Hi everyone, Tiffany Ashton with ClinEssentials. I'm back with another video, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to prepare for a screening visit as a clinical research coordinator. So having previously been a clinical research coordinator, or CRC myself, I have a few tips that I want to share for making sure your screening visits are successful. As a clinical research coordinator, screening visits can be very long, and you want to make sure that you do everything that you can to make sure that they run as smoothly as possible and that the patient has as much of an enjoyable experience as possible, because that first impression is a lasting impression and really sets the tone for how their visits will occur on the study. So the first thing that you want to do as a clinical research coordinator is make sure you have the current version of the informed consent form. You want to make sure you grab it from your regulatory binder or from the IRB portal, but whatever you do, make sure it is the most recent version. You want to check the footer and make sure it's the version that corresponds with the IRB approval letter and that all the pages are present. That's number one. After the informed consent is done, you want to document the informed consent process. Then you want to go ahead and register that patient in the IVRS system so they can get a patient number. From there, you will go ahead and put their patient number on their source folder with their initials. If they don't have a middle initial, you would use dash. So just let's think of A-C. Or if they have a middle initial, you would do ABC, and then that would be for their name. Then after you do the registration of the IVRS system and get them their patient number, you want to go ahead and confirm eligibility. Are they a patient that qualifies for the study? Hopefully you did a little pre-screening and you were able to rule out any patients with major exclusionary diseases or taking prohibited medications. But you do want to go through the eligibility criteria since you have them in the office, go through their medication list and check the medications against maybe a pharmacopoeia, which it will tell you the medication name, the dosage, and the indication. You want to make sure that there's nothing exclusionary there that is in their history. So if you have a patient that is not a part of the practice and there's no medical records available, you want to get a medical release form from them so you can request medical records from their last known physician. It's important to ensure you get those records and you're very diligent about getting those records, because it could have information within it that would make that patient ineligible. So you definitely want to make sure you try to get the records, the patient's records, if they're not a part of the practice. After confirming eligibility, you want to take their vitals, and then you also want to go ahead and collect labs. So make sure you get your lab kit, make sure you identify the tubes that are needed, make sure you check that your lab kit is not expired, and if you need to collect urine, you can go ahead and collect urine. Then you could have to do an EKG. You may also have to dispense some run-in placebo medication. And then you also may have to give them a diary to do. So those are just some tips on what will happen at a screening visit and how to prepare. Make sure you refresh on your study and any nuances before you bring that patient in. Imagine if things are taking longer than it should, how the patient would feel. Sometimes they're fasting, sometimes they have to go to work. So you just want to make sure that you're capitalizing on the time and making sure that you are being proactive by reviewing, training, having your all of your ducks in a row, your source documents, your informed consent, your lab kits, your diary charge, all of those things ready to go. So when the patient walks through the door, you're able to devote attention to them and give them a lasting impression that will hopefully mean that they want to continue to be in the study. So thanks for watching, and I hope you got some great tips, and we'll see you back for the next video. Bye.